All right, another episode of What the is going on in Raleigh. No, not really. I don't even know if that's good for YouTube, but anyways, let's see what's going on in the Raleigh market, Wake County, and everything. I'm a local real estate agent here, and my hope is that the more value I bring you, maybe you can give me a shot with the buying or selling. Eventually, probably I might not be an agent full time, but I know the best, absolute best agents, and I would say I'm part of that. Um, um, and I know the other ones that are like the absolute best in the area. So still hit me up because I'll do somewhat of a referral to the absolute best for your situation because there are better people for depending on the situation, depending if you're a first time home buyer, depending if you're an investor, depending of a lot of stuff. So um, I'm your resource for anything and everything buying and selling here in the Raleigh Wake County market. So let's look here. Raleigh's spring housing market is not exactly looking hot right now. Okay, so prices are slightly down, homes are sitting longer, fewer homes are selling, and mortgage rates are still making buyers think twice before jumping in. And I'm still in it, full time, full on. I just showed people yesterday, and yeah, buyers have more options. Okay, we saw 12 houses in 4.5 hours. Was it 4.5? We started at 4, and then yeah, 4.5 hours. Brutal, absolute brutal. They had a toddler with them. They didn't want to do Mother's Day, so we didn't like divide them. So I was like, you guys are troopers with a toddler in and out of the car seat. Just probably a nightmare for them, but they need one before July starts. So we're cranking. Okay, so we're looking potentially offering on one that we saw, but not sure yet. We'll probably see more this weekend coming up. Anyways, nationally, April existing home sales barely moved, rising only 0.2%, and the median U.S. Price hit about 417,700 while inventory increased. So that sounds like a market that's a little stuck nationally again. More homes available, but buyers still cautious because the monthly payments are a little bit painful after you talk to the lender. So here in Raleigh, though, Redfin's latest Raleigh data shows that the median sales price is around 420, exactly 420K, down 1.4% year over year, and homes are selling about 43 days or so compared to 31 days last year. Big jump. Okay, so homes sold are down from 452 to 420 year over year, so 30K ish. It's big. Raleigh's a pretty good market. It hasn't gotten hit like other big markets like Austin, Texas. Like it's the first thing that comes to mind. I have buddies over there, and it's just great. Like it's down. Okay, so the big story isn't a crash. It's just the market's losing a little bit of speed. Okay, so that matters in real estate because time changes leverage. So when homes sell in a weekend and sellers have a bunch of control because of that, like when it's the market's crazy. Let me just see, this is green. We're good. Then obviously sellers have more power, but as things start sitting for 40 days plus, buyers start asking for concessions, repairs, rate buy downs, price reductions. I can see that in one of my listings. For example, it's a condo. I think condos are not a very good example because condos are sitting regardless. But I see it in other things like for example, the my buyers, they have more options. We saw 12 houses, they didn't pick one, and I have the listing agents texting me. It's like, hey, what can we do? Like, do you want to like maybe offer less? I'm like, things are happening, things are sitting longer, and buyers have more power. So Wake County and the Triangle have also been moving towards a more balanced market. WRL reported earlier this year that Wake County inventory was up 20.9%, with a Wake County median price around 450K in January. That doesn't mean homes are cheap. It means buyers have more options than they had during like the crazy market that we had. So another Raleigh specific headline: this is a cool one. So, the old DMV headquarters site on Newbern Avenue is being pushed towards affordable housing and retail. The city bought that 6-acre property for $20 million in 2023, and current proposal includes around 269 to 368 apartments, depending on the plan. Okay, so that's cool. That's an Axios story. check it out, or I can send you the link if you want. Just DM me on Instagram at realtor.branco. Now, the gloomy part, rates are still a problem. Recent reports show 30-year fixed mortgage rate moving back up and around the mid 6% range, which makes payments harder and keeps a lot of buyers stuck in the sidelines. Okay, this is great for investors. I talked to a lot of my investor friends, and I was just talking to my buddy that just started like an Airbnb thing. He's thinking about doing more. Um, he's got a little business, so if he makes more money in his business, he can like deploy it, have like a couple more units on Airbnb, and like people are making money off of short-term and mid-term rentals right now. You just gotta have the money, like have the business to have the money, or have some money saved up and have the systems and like be diligent with that business, because it becomes a business, not really real estate investing at that point with Airbnb, VRBO and stuff like that. Short-term stuff becomes a hospitality business, and you need to know how to run it. Um, so if you're a buyer in this market, let's go back to that. You actually have a little bit of breathing room, but affordability is still a little bit rough. So you can ask for rate buy downs, you can ask for concessions, maybe time value of money now. Maybe you don't pay your closing costs, 10K, 12K, whatever, 8K. And if you're a seller, pricing matters way more than it did a few years back. You can't just throw a high number out there, expect the multiple offers immediately. If your house is overpriced, buyers are probably going to skip it, wait, or like negotiate. Like they'll probably just skip it. They'll probably just put like, sorry, it's too high, or they didn't even say that. Like they'll just think it and go to the next one. So very important. Pricing is huge right now. So my takeaway for Raleigh right now is simple. The market is not crashing, but it is cooling, and prices are softer. Homes are sitting longer. Inventory's better, and more buyers have and buyers have more leverage. They have more options than they've had in a while. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in the Raleigh, Wake County, or wherever in the triangle, pay attention to local data. Hit me up, send me a DM, add me on Instagram at realtor.branco, and hopefully you give me a shot, and we can at least have a conversation to see if you give me a shot. So I'll talk to you guys later. 919-478-3147. Bye.